Guys, what is up? Unsportsmanlike conduct. Gab, Bree, here we are, another crazy week of the NFL.
I can't explain anything that happened this weekend. I can't.
I'm speechless. Top to bottom, every single game.
It's I don't want to be like a prisoner of the moment, but this might be the best weekend of football we've ever seen.
I'm a prisoner of the moment, but I mean it. The best week of football I've ever seen, ever. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
I don't know. It's crazy. I can't. I don't know. And the way that it went too, especially Sunday, those two games were unbelievable.
Yeah, they were so exciting. And honestly, I was exhausted by the end of it. That was an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
For all the games.
As a Tom Brady fan, that Bucs game was a lot. It hurt me. It was so exciting, but like.
Right, like that. That's like me every time LeBron would lose to Steph Curry in the finals, and I would cry.
Yeah, they were so close too.
Every single game was so close that like every single team, like you could say that for every single one, they were so close, but no one could.
I know.
It was
all right, so yeah. So where should we start?
Should we just go in order? Yeah, we'll go in order.
All right. So Bengals Titans. Mm-hmm. I called it last week. I knew that bye was going to mess with the Titans big time. I don't think that helped them whatsoever. I don't think Derrick Henry was ready to play. I think he was rushed.
Yeah, but I don't think they used him enough. He was rushed, but like they also didn't use him enough.
I don't know.
He was the only one that did anything. He was the only one that scored a touchdown, really.
But yeah, when they gave Deontay Foreman the ball, though, he definitely contributed. He had, I believe, more total yards than Derrick Henry, but I would just like to say that I never really have been big on Ryan Tannehill.
Me either.
I don't think he's bad necessarily, but I definitely think he's been overrated, especially this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, and we saw it Saturday, but I had him as my backup quarterback for fantasy football this year, so I feel like I paid attention to what he was doing a little bit more than I normally would have. And there were a lot of games where, like, yeah, they won, but
was it because of him?
Sometimes he just, like, kind of skated by, you know?
Like Jimmy G is doing right now.
A little bit better than that, but along the same lines.
Right.
Yeah. So this all happening on Saturday didn't surprise me. I mean, I picked the Bengals to win, so I wasn't necessarily surprised.
But what I can say real quick for like any game at all this week, you could have just closed your eyes and picked one, and it could have won at this point because you didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, that's why too. And like, again, I feel like I beat the same horse every single week to death. But like when we get clowned for picks and then this stuff happens, like nobody knew that these 4 games were going to end the way that they did. Nobody knew the outcome of these 4 games. Even the experts got wrong.
Game, it was going to be a field goal or an overtime, 13 seconds. Like no one. I am thankful for it though.
Oh God, it was incredible. It was so entertaining. I hope that this weekend is just as good, but I feel like this is going to be insanely hard to top.
I don't think it's going to live up to what we just saw. So
no,
I don't think it's going to. That's just me.
Either, but the Bengals are. I know that nobody's really giving them a shot against Kansas City,
right?
But it's just so fun. I'm gonna do it just for the hell of it.
Just for the fun, yeah, I get it.
They're so fun.
They are. They're young. They're fun. They're an exciting team. They weren't supposed to be there. Their game this week though is giving me the game that they just had Neither team looked that great.
No.
Neither Joe Burrow got sacked.
Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times.
45 times.
Like, I know that offensive line has been a problem.
Right.
Like, even dating back to last year, obviously, with what happened with his knee. But he also needs to understand that, like, he needs to get the ball out of his hands.
And whether that's run backwards, whether that's get rid of it.
The offense needs to plan some more faster developing plays for him, or he needs to have better awareness to just the pocket's collapsing, just throw it away. Like,
you can't get sacked for 15 yards that many times.
9 sacks, no matter whose fault it was. If you want to go half offensive line, half Joe Burrow, that's still way too much.
Yeah, and it just that was not good. They're lucky that Ryan Tannehill was terrible.
Yeah, Kansas City is a team that's going to capitalize on those mistakes. So that's got to get cleaned up if you want any chance of making it to the Super Bowl after this weekend.
And drafting a kicker this season has worked out very well for them.
That kid's lights out. He's a rookie.
Scared me.
Insane.
He scared me during that Packers game. I'm not going to lie. I was like, what the hell is going on here when they kept having a miss off?
Yeah.
But he's really got it together.
He's so cool too. If what Joe Burrow said that McPherson said was true.
Right.
Before he ran onto the field, he said, looks like we're going to the AFC Championship game. That takes balls of steel. If he actually said that, that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. That was sick.
I wouldn't be surprised if they made it up, but I want to believe. I want to wholeheartedly believe that happened.
That happened and he made it. I'm really so happy for Cincinnati fans, even though they still compare Joe Burrow to LeBron. I won't say that part anymore. I'll get over it, but I'm happy for them.
I am too. And
they're living out my dreams. So
the underdog story too, and the whole playoff picture with them, if they were to win the Super Bowl, I think that would be not only incredible for them, the city, the fan base, everything, but I think it'd be really good for the NFL where it's like, okay, you've got a new team doing this that hasn't done it in a really long time, that hasn't been this successful in a really long. I mean, they just won their first playoff game since before you and I were born. So I think it'd be really good for the league. I don't necessarily think and I say this as a Patriots fan, so it might sound a little bit hypocritical. But I don't think the same team winning every other year consistently is good for the league. Like, I think that 10-year gap where the Patriots didn't win a Super Bowl, although it sucked for me, was really good for the NFL. So I don't know. We'll see. I would prefer, out of the last 4 standing, I would prefer if Cincy was the team to do it. But I mean, they got a giant to take care of this weekend.
A lot to deal with.
So
on the road. Yeah. So 49ers Packers. That was shitty. That was a shitty game. I'm not going to lie. That was terrible.
Listen.
Did you enjoy it?
No, not at all.
No, I didn't either.
Not at all. And the only part of this that I enjoyed was the ending.
Yeah, the ending was cool.
The aftermath where everybody just decided, let's dump on Aaron Rodgers. Because
it was just a full-on slander day.
As we all know, and if you're new, this may be new information for you, but it's been since as long as I can remember, I hate that guy. I am not a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I never have been, and it has to do with putting him in the same conversation as Tom Brady.
Yeah.
This like if I ever hear that ever again, please, like, seek help. You're so far from accurate. Like, he didn't throw a touch. He's the MVP candidate. He didn't do anything.
No one threw a touchdown in the first day besides Tannehill, and he was the worst one out there.
Yeah, but it's different when it comes to Aaron Rodgers because he gets put on such a pedestal in comparison to everybody else. And when he does that, when he puts that product out there, it's like, okay, please, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear how incredibly talented and how pure of a quarterback he is because, like, biggest stage, he continues to choke. He continues to fall flat on his face.
I think I know what would solve all of his problems. I have an idea. I'll pitch it to you. I'll run it by everyone right now, everybody that's listening. Let me get some feedback. If Aaron Rodgers wants to prove his NFL legacy, he should come to the Cleveland Browns and win us the Super Bowl.
You can't say that, though, because you already have a quarterback, remember?
I don't have one. I don't have one.
You can't want somebody else that's not on the Browns.
You can't, because that's so fake. Because then you'll get yelled at, and then you'll make everybody mad. Anyways, Aaron Rodgers, if you are so happening to listen to this show, just know that you should come to Cleveland to heighten your legacy. If you want to be known as the best quarterback of all time, give the city that's never been to a Super Bowl a goddamn Super Bowl. Show up and shut up about everything else. And that's all I got. That's all I got for Aaron Rodgers.
I just think it was so how I've never seen sports Twitter as united. As Saturday night. It was incredible. It was truly incredible to see. The last time I saw that happening was like when people were dumping on the Patriots for losing to the Eagles in like that fashion. It was incredible. It was awesome. Right. I loved every second of it.
Okay, this comment, Devontae Adams is going to reconnect with his Fresno State buddy, Derek Carr, if Roger is going to Tampa Bay when Tom Brady retires. I don't feel like Aaron Rodgers would go to Tampa Bay. Like, I just don't feel like he's the type of guy to go right after Tom Brady. He's kind of like the guy to be like, I fucking don't want to go there because Tom Brady went there.
Exactly. He doesn't want to follow in the footsteps and have something to live up to.
Right. And but the other part, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, the other part,
that could happen.
The other part is, I mean,
that's fine.
Especially if Rodgers is done in Green Bay, which I really think he is.
Oh, yeah, you have to be. You cannot go back after saying that, even though
if I was Devontae Adams, I wouldn't want to. And like the part that Rodgers said about the rebuild is, I don't want to be here if it's the rebuild. Like, yeah, like I understand, because like he would be wasting the last few years that he really has. So I don't necessarily fault him for that, but like, dude, just shut up for once.
Well,
but when it comes to Adams,
they're going together.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. All I know is I think he's going to an AFC team. I think he's going to get out of the NFC. He's proven he can't do anything. He can't do anything in that conference, especially with the prospect of having to play Brady in a playoff game. I don't know. I think he's done with the NFC. He's going to try to go to greener pastures. I think he's screwed if he goes to the Broncos, though. I think being in the same division as Mahomes would be terrible.
Right.
My landing spot for him is Pittsburgh. I think him and Tomlin going buddy.
I'm sorry, but that would be my 13th reason. I'm not even kidding right there. I'd be done.
I would hate it. I would hate it too. Right now, if it's not retirement, I think that's the best bet for him. But
yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see what he does. But Jimmy G, also not very good. He was not good. He didn't complete a pass until a minute left in the first half.
The thing with him too is
scoop.
And I tweeted this out today in response to Mina Kimes because she had like a junior college coach to like shit on her and Stephen A for saying that Jimmy's not a good quarterback. He's not. He gets the job done, but that doesn't make him a good quarterback. Like a lot of times they win in spite of what he does on the field and not because of what he does on the field. And don't get me wrong, he has his moments. There's a reason why, his record as a starting quarterback for the 49ers is what it is. But a lot of that reason too is the defense. A lot of that reason too is he's got some pretty good targets that bail him out a lot. The run game's pretty good. The coaching is pretty good. And it's bad when you have an announcer getting like noticeably frustrated with the decisions you're making. A former quarterback on the air calling your game, and he's like, I don't understand why he's doing this. Like, Aikman had enough.
Also, another thing with that game, and I tweeted this, when I said the last part, I wasn't serious. It wasn't that serious. I said, maybe we should get domes. Every football game should be played indoors. Because that game was so shitty.
Yeah. You're the Green Bay Packers, though. You literally play in the North Pole.
Right, and you couldn't even use that to your advantage?
Exactly. Shouldn't that be something in your back pocket? Shouldn't you be able to do that and not the team from Northern California? Like, I don't, and especially Aaron Rodgers, who's played there his entire career.
Right, like everybody just kept saying, oh, it's such a home field advantage. I'm like, nobody wants to be in that shit to begin with. I'm sorry, but if you asked all those people out there, they'd probably be like, yeah, honestly, playing in like 75-degree weather, sunny, warm would be way better than playing in the snow. When your paycheck relies on what you do on the field, wouldn't you want to play in better conditions? I don't know. That's just me.
If I was in the same spot for over a decade and I never
figure it out,
got acclimated to playing in the elements of said location, what? Like, that's like saying Brady never knew how to play in the snow, or Roethlisberger never knew how to play in the snow. I see people up in Buffalo saying that the Bills need to build a dome because they're going to waste Josh Allen. No,
build a dome. They should build a dome. If they build a dome, Josh Allen is unstoppable.
His
stats are just so much more elevated.
That sounds so pathetic to me. Like, you're in Western New York. Snow and bad weather is your thing. Learn how to play in that. Use that to your advantage, because when you get other teams that come from places that don't have to deal with that, that should be a reason why you win. You're more comfortable. You know exactly what you're doing.
I get it, but at the same time, like, I just wouldn't want to be out there myself.
Well, yeah, I mean, me either. But
like, I wouldn't want to play in that. Like, half of these people are not from there. Like, most people are not
played
from
at
there.
Wisconsin. Not Wisconsin, in Wyoming, which is like the same
but
weather. If anybody knows how to do it, it should be him.
And he probably didn't like the snow either. I'm just saying, if my paycheck relied on what kind of stats I'm putting up, I want to play in the best possible conditions to do that.
I don't know. I think the dome talk in Buffalo is pathetic. I do.
I think that they should do it.
I really do.
It would help their city in a lot of ways too. They could do a lot of events in there.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, when you add that aspect into it, that's, a whole different conversation. But I don't know. It just sounds like a cop out. Like, you don't think he can play in the bad weather, so you need to build a dome for him.
I don't think it's just Josh Allen. I just think it's the whole team. Like, I would love a dome in Cleveland. I hate going to the fucking games in a hailstorm, windstorm, snowstorm, rainstorm. Like, it's terrible. It's just not fun. Like, we had an hour and a half delay because it hailed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Playing the Eagles. And then the next week we had a delay playing the Texans because the same shit. Like, maybe if we were inside, we could have just played it. Maybe we played inside, Baker Mayfield's shoulder would feel better. I don't know.
I don't know if a dome can help him.
I don't think so either, but you know what? It's worth a try at this point. It's worth a try at this point.
I'm not too sure. All right, Bucks game, Bucks Rams. First of all,
okay.
What an epic collapse by the LA Rams. They are lucky they won that game.
Again, every team this weekend is lucky that they won. It's not just them.
They are lucky.
Okay. I get it. They are. However,
you were up 27-3 and you came this close to pissing it all away.
Yeah, but you could say that about the Falcons too.
Oh, absolutely. And trust me, I do.
Like, they lost. This sucks. Tom Brady, see ya.
I just can't. I don't know.
He really had to like do that to you though. That's the fucked up thing, is that he had to pull you along like that and make you believe that they were gonna do it just to end like that.
See, but he did everything. He did everything he needed to do though. Calling a blitz and leaving a safety on Cooper Kupp, who had a historic season. He won the goddamn Triple Crown. Leaving a safety on him and blitzing, like, what did you think was going to happen? And the fact that after that, teams are still interviewing Todd Bowles for a head coaching position, I would be like, are you nuts? Are you crazy? After that, you had the game in hand. All you had to do was get a stop. And that happened. I don't know.
It was unbelievable.
I can't believe it. Like, Brady and really the entire team did everything they needed to do to get back in it, let alone take the lead in like the waning minutes, seconds. And then that happens. It's like, now I know what everybody else feels like.
Is he done?
I thought no. And then I read those comments from his podcast, and I'm not even being dramatic, or I'm not even like making this up. I sat at my parents' kitchen counter and like cried last night because it really sounds like he is. It sounds like he's done.
It does. I thought that too until his Instagram post today.
Yeah. Well, that didn't make me feel any better either.
So that like put me back in a little bit, but I just don't know. I feel like this is how I feel about it. If I'm wrong, just say it's just not true. I feel like he was being a little bit of a sore loser at first. I feel like he was like, I lost. This sucks. I don't want to do this anymore because I'm a champion. I didn't make it. So then he put the comments out, and then he goes back and he's like, well, maybe I can still do it.
Yeah.
I don't think
he
thought that was going to end like that. I mean, nobody ever thinks their team's going to lose.
He said the same thing for the last few years, where he needs to take time and talk it over with his family, because Giselle has wanted him to retire for almost 10 years now.
Right.
So I believe that part in what he says when it comes to his family, because this isn't the first time he said like he feels like he's missing out on raising his kids and like the family aspect of it. But he's also such a psycho that I know for a fact he's pissed off about how the way that ended, and he wants to come back as like a redemption thing. But he's also about to be 45. It sucks to say, but he doesn't have a lot of time left. And if he's going to try to go for...
He's like 50.
I don't know, though. If
I don't know, the blood was dramatic. I didn't think he was going to make it off the field after that one.
If he still has to deal with Bruce Arians, if he stays in Tampa and Bruce Arians stays, I think it's going to ruin it for him. I think he's going to fall so out of love with football, because Bruce, I mean, what the fuck does Bruce Arians?
For a second?
What does he do?
He punched a player in the head.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
He punched a player in the head. And then Antonio Brown was trolling him. That was a whole other thing that was wild about the weekend.
Yeah.
But he literally punched his player in the head. So I'm like, what the hell is this man doing?
And then he tried to appeal it. He tried to appeal the fine. I'm sorry. How? There's the video evidence. You obviously did.
Bopped him in the head.
How are you? I don't know. Part of me feels like Brady's done in Tampa. Part of me feels like if he's going to keep playing, he's going to go elsewhere, which would be insane. Imagine Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady on the move.
Imagine Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Big Ben all retiring in the same season. Also possible. We have a lot of extremes.
I'm not going to lie.
In the comments, I stand with AB. My God. Jeez.
If Tom Brady was to retire, and I've said this before, I would be inconsolable. It would actually kill me.
I would say thank you for your service. I loved everything you did, but I'm glad to see you go because I'm trying to see some more people win.
I would hate everything about it.
Would you take Tom Brady back in New England?
Oh, hell yeah.
For like little farewell tour.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know if Belichick would. I definitely would.
I would if I were a fan.
I think Robert Kraft would too.
Yeah, I saw, oh my God, speaking of Robert Kraft, I saw this TikTok. It was so bad. It was it's in Buffalo. He's walking out. I'll send it to you. I can't say what the people were saying on this.
Oh, I already know. I already know where that's going.
It's bad. It was bad.
Listen, the guy just wanted a nice little happy ending, okay?
And yeah, that's what he wanted.
A crime?
That's what he wanted.
Technically, yes, but...
can we do a quick little Odell bit?
Oh, of course. Go ahead.
Odell is better than Baker Mayfield. If you had to pick between the two to have on your team, I'm picking Odell every time.
Oh, absolutely. And if you pick Baker Mayfield over Odell Beckham Jr.,
Dummy.
You are either lying to yourself or you're dumb.
Or a hater. Probably all the above. All the above.
There's no...
Right, like that just doesn't... That just doesn't help his case right now. Like everything that's going... If Odell wins a ring, he's got to delete his account. He's got to delete the socials for at least a month. There's no way he can. I would hate to see it. You know, did you see his tweet over the weekend?
Who, Odell's or Baker's?
Baker.
About how social media is toxic?
Yeah, but the one above it, he was like, I wish I was playing this weekend or playing this week. Shut up. Yeah, please just stop. Just stop. Just please put the phone down for a minute. And then he was liking tweets that like reporters were saying stuff about him. It was just chaos. It was bad. That's whatever. It's just another week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is with him. It's like, especially the fans too. I don't understand how you can go out there and defend Baker Mayfield tooth and nail the way I see some people do. And you obviously would know this better than me, but just as an outsider's perspective, like, do you not realize that he's not as good as everybody's making, as you, the specific group is making him out to be?
Okay, I tweeted this, but I'm just going to put this in like word video format. So I have this for later. So my thing is that quit holding the team standards to what they've had in the past. Like just because you've only witnessed heartbreak, terrible, awful football doesn't mean that's what the team should like strive for. They shouldn't strive to be like a little bit better. I'm sure in the locker room before the season started, they're not like, oh my God, I hope we win 8 games and lose 9 because that'd be really cool. Because before they went 0-16, there's like 3 players on the roster that were there when we went 0-16 and had to suffer like that. Myles Garrett had to suffer like that. And in his mind, he's definitely not saying, oh yeah, let's have a losing record and not win our division. Let's be 3rd in our division, almost last, and watch everybody else go to the playoffs after we just went last year and had a crazy season. Stop thinking that we need to be losers. God, I can't do it anymore.
This kind of goes back to the, oh, you're not allowed to want anybody else on the Browns except the Browns that are on the team now.
Like,
don't you want your team to get better, or do you want to just sit at like a hovering around 500? Like, do you want to get better? Do you want to add players to the team?
The floor.
That get better. Like, Baker Mayfield's not the answer for you guys. He's not.
I saw this. There was like a tweet today. Like one of our reporters, it's not even like a Browns reporter. It's a college football analyst. It doesn't really matter. He, like last year, he said Baker Mayfield was really good. He was fine. This year, he said he sucked, and everyone's like, well, see, you said last year was good. He's like, you can change your opinion. And then someone quoted his tweet and said, you said Sam Darnold was the best draft pick that season, and look what happens. I'm sorry, but everybody was saying that. Literally everybody was saying Sam Darnold was supposed to go to number 1.
I said I didn't want Mac Jones. He ended up being the best rookie out of this entire class. You're allowed to be wrong. You're allowed to say things and then be proven wrong. And if you can admit you're wrong, like I have done countless times with that tweet where I didn't want Mac Jones.
I said Sam Darnold was going to be good this year. You know how stupid that is?
We both did.
Right. We were both, after the first week, we're like, oh, he's so sick.
Like you're allowed to change your opinion on things when you're presented new information and not even change your opinion, but admit that your initial opinion was wrong. Like that's.
I don't know. It's whatever. Anyways, Odell, keep balling, keep having a good time, keep scoring touchdowns, keep throwing passes. I love you. That's my message.
He's going to be, if the Rams go all the way, he's going to be a big reason why. Aaron Donald too. I thought Aaron Donald played out of his mind.
Von Miller. Everybody.
Yeah.
Cam Akers, you fumbled. I can't add you in this one right now, but we'll try the next round.
Yeah. I mean, I give him a little bit more credit just because he's coming off of an Achilles injury that like
all right, that's
just happened.
That's crazy.
So I can't like fault him too much. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Best game of the week?
Oh, best game in a long time.
Okay.
Long time.
Let's talk about it.
I have a lot.
There's so much to there, like from top to bottom, there's so much to say about this game. First off, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That was absolutely insane.
That last 2 minutes is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen in sports.
I wanted to throw up.
Except for like the Falcons comeback, like that's close.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. From
like
both quarterbacks. That sucked that somebody had to lose. That sucked.
Yeah. No, it really did, because I don't think either team deserves to lose until the final 13 seconds of regulation.
I saw people from both sides. They're like, well, my team had more heart than your team. Guys, both teams played phenomenal.
My thing is,
what do you want from them?
With the Bills, like I'm sure that they were exhausted, but 13 seconds.
And I don't know why they punted out like
that too.
Yeah. I don't get that, but
give them a chance to return it, because you had Byron Pringle back there. If it was Tyreek Hill back there, I could see being afraid of the return because he's psychotically fast. But like, have some awareness. And this is where, when I say I don't like Sean McDermott, and a lot of Bills fans didn't understand why, because he's such a nice guy and he does this for the community, he does that for the community. But that's all well and good. That's awesome if he does all that stuff. Great, good for him. As a head coach, have some accountability when you're asked about things that you mess up, like
that
kicking off into the end zone so they couldn't return it. 13 seconds left. You pooch kick it, squib kick it, anything to burn some time, even if it's 3 seconds off of that clock. The chance that
it's just crazy
for him to when he's asked about it, for him to say, no, I'm not talking about it. Like, I'm going to talk about the players that were on the field. No, you need to you're the leader of this football team. You are the one that signs off on all these things. You are the one who's in charge. That was your decision. If it was the wrong decision, just say that. Just say it. It's fine. I
feel bad for the Bills. I really do, because that has to suck. Like, that whole thing, that just sucks.
Yeah, I feel bad for them too, because of the way the offense played. Yes. Josh Allen and Gabriel Davis definitely deserved to win that game, without a doubt. I think that was probably the best game I've ever seen Josh Allen play. And
it wasn't good enough, and that sucks, because Patrick Mahomes played just this much better. If you look at their stats, they are like exactly the same, just this much better in every single way.
This is where the overtime rules come to play. Because as Josh Allen, looking at his stats, looking at the product he put on the field, he absolutely deserved to win that game.
Right, both did.
Football is not just an offensive sport. So this is why I feel the way I feel about the overtime rules, that they shouldn't change, because the defense plays just as big of a factor in this sport as the offense does. That's the entire point, is offense scores points, defense prevent points. when it comes to overtime, it's really annoying to hear everybody complain that it's not fair. Because first of all, they're not little kids. You don't need a participation trophy. It doesn't need to be fair. You are professional athletes. You get paid millions of dollars to play defense. And I know in overtime, everybody's tired. Everybody's this, everybody's that. Your job is to play defense. You know, the rules have been this way for however long. Score a touchdown, you win the game. Prevent that. It's like the Chiefs in 2018. I saw freaking Emmanuel Acho bring this up, and it's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The Chiefs couldn't stop 3 third and longs in that 2018 AFC Championship game. You're telling me they lost because of the coin flip? Sure, that gave the Patriots better odds to win. If you can't stop 3 third and longs, that says more about your defense than it says about the unfair coin toss or the unfair rules. Be better. That's it. So,
but in that game, whoever won that coin toss was winning. That's just what was going to happen. If Josh Allen would have said heads, the Bills would be going to play the Bengals right now. And I believe that 100%.
And that's just how the game itself went.
Right.
The last 2 minutes, there was no defense played whatsoever. So you could say that that's how overtime was going to go. And then one side would bitch that it's not fair. And the other side would bitch that it's not fair.
Well, yeah, either way, whoever won this game, either side is going to say it.
Just do your job. Like, I don't understand. Because then that's the other thing, is if both teams get possession, if we change the rules, both teams get possession, this is going to turn into the NBA where it can go 7 overtimes before we have a winner. You think these guys want to do that after battling it out 4 quarters in the freezing cold?
I get it. I don't know. Maybe I saw someone say this would never happen ever, but I get what they're saying. Regular season, you can do that, one possession, touchdown, whatever, because you don't want to do that during the regular season. Because you have more games, you have things to play. But in the playoffs, I kind of get it to let both teams have a shot, but then you also played a whole game where you had a chance to win too. I don't know. I really don't care because it doesn't affect my well-being so far yet. So that's how I feel about it. If I was a Bills fan, I'd probably be really mad. I would be mad that Josh Allen didn't get a chance to win for his team. My defense sucked. I'd be mad. And if Josh Allen won, it was the same thing. The Chiefs would be saying the same thing.
I completely understand that side of it, where it's you're pissed because your quarterback did everything he possibly could in that game and he didn't get the opportunity to win the game in overtime. I understand that. Blame your defense for that. Your defense didn't give him the opportunity to do that. Not the coin flip, not the rules. It's your defense. I tweeted this out with the stupid Acho clip because he brought up the Falcons Super Bowl, saying that the coin flip was the reason why the Falcons lost. They blew a 25-point lead in 16 minutes. That's not why they lost. Defense is, as Bill Belichick says, 3 phases of the game, and they're all equally important. Offense, defense, special teams. Defense is just as important as the other 2, whether you like it or not. The Bills were supposedly the best defense in the second half of the season going into the playoffs. You let up that
a lot of points,
insane 2 minutes where you had the game won and then you lost it. And then you had the game won again because your offense bailed you out and then you lost it. And then that's how we got to overtime.
Yeah, but again, I don't want to hear, if the Bills had the ball, the Chiefs defense would have done the same thing.
And I'd be sitting here saying the same thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's just both sides are going to say the same thing. It doesn't matter who, someone was going to win because of that, because their defense was terrible.
Yeah. So I'm on the side of defense needs to be better. If you're going to bitch about overtime rules, you just don't think it's fair because that's not how you want it. But that's the game. There's a reason why defense, because if we change the overtime rules, what's the point of defense at all in the entire game? It should just be the college.
To be fair, I do like scoring a lot. I do like to see scoring a lot. It makes it more fun. Defense is boring.
And I agree. I don't want to watch the
Packers to whatever game.
No, I like a high-scoring game too. And this is why I always bring up the 2018 AFC Championship game, because the reason why that game went into overtime is because both offenses were great, but both defenses had their moments. So it's like you can still have incredible offensive games. Defense can still play a real big factor. And the Chiefs defense didn't do it in overtime that game. And that's why they lost. It has nothing to do with the coin flip. Nothing. Or if you don't even want to get into this conversation about overtime rules, don't give up a field goal to tie the game with 13 seconds left. Get a stop with 13 seconds left. It's ridiculous to me that Bills fans are sitting here complaining about that, because but
then Chiefs fans also complained about the same thing, and now they're like, "Oh, it's cool."
Yeah.
And no. So you change your mind on that? Like, you guys are just this is dumb. It's so dumb.
They're wicked hypocritical for that. And I tweeted out,
like, it's so
Chiefs fans
stupid.
Want to change overtime rules now because it benefited them.
And if they would have lost, they would have.
Like,
that'd have been bad.
I don't know. I don't agree with the well, it's not fair, it needs to change. It's not supposed to be fair. You're supposed to do your job, and that's it. That's it.
But as soon as there was 13 seconds on that clock, I knew that they were scoring. Like, I had no doubt that Patrick Mahomes was going to score.
Yeah. I think just because of the way that those 2 minutes went, I think that game was
Mahomes,
destined for overtime. But, like, again, how do you leave Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill wide open in the middle of the field? The two guys that are the biggest threats outside of the quarterback? How do you do that? You're asking to get burnt.
They're so fucking good. They're so fucking good. They're literally so good. I saw this. There was a graphic today, and someone posted it. They put two people from each team that's left, and they're like, which one would you rather have? Everyone should pick Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. If you don't, you're dumb. It was like Cooper Kupp and Odell. I'm like, no, you're picking Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill.
If I could pick Travis Kelce and Cooper Kupp, I'd do it. If there was a way to pull.
Well, right, but it was just like two from each team. So
yeah, no, I agree. It's hard for me to dislike a team more than I dislike the Kansas City Chiefs, despite the fact that I was pulling for them in that game on Sunday. I can't stand Kelce. I can't stand Tyreek Hill for obvious reasons.
Right.
But my God,
I love Travis Kelce. I can't help it. I love Travis Kelce.
They're so good.
Okay, I have a question for you and everybody here.
Hold on. Let me read this comment. In MLB extra innings, if first team up gets a run, game over. No. But it's a different sport. Like, you can't keep overtime rules the same across all sports because it's different concepts for everything. So that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Anyway, what were you going to say?
My question is, would you, I think if I could bet on this, I would, and I think that it would happen. Either the Bills or the Chiefs or both will be in every AFC championship for at least the next 5 years. I would bet on that. I would say yes.
I would say the Bills no, if they keep this coaching staff.
Well, one of the two.
One of the two, yeah.
Yeah, one of the two in it for the next 5 years, if not both.
I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Chiefs, though, once like contracts are up, because they're not going to be able to keep everybody. This isn't going to be a sustained product for a long time because they're all crazy talented enough to deserve a lot of money, and they're not going to be able to afford it. So that's going to be interesting, depending on how that timeline goes. But
right,
I'd say as of right now, they're 1 and 2 in the AFC, and depending on the week, you can interchange them for sure. I mean,
I would say if you extended this to like 10 years, I would say probably like 7 to 8 years out of all the 10, one of the two, if not both, would make it.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy to look at the AFC picture right now when it comes to quarterback. Like, everybody's 25 or younger. everybody's set. You got Herbert,
right?
You got Mahomes, you got Allen, you got Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Tua,
right,
depending on how that goes.
I don't know. I don't see anybody else besides like Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow as of right now going to be able to like get that job done for them. I really don't.
Hold on. Travis Kelce's 35.
Travis Kelce's pretty old, yeah. I don't know if he's 35.
Why did I think he was 29?
Is he 35? I know he's old, but is he 35?
That's what this comment says. Kelce's 35, career on the back end.
Maybe.
And then this one says Kelce's 32. Okay. Somebody figure it out, please. How old is he?
He's 32.
Because that makes a difference.
Travis Kelce is 32.
That 3 years makes a difference.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, regardless, the National Football League is in really good hands when it comes to the quarterback position. I hope Mac Jones can figure it out and, take a step going into his sophomore season to kind of get on the same plane, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Stephon Diggs tackling the fan on the field.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Did he get credit for that tackle?
He should have. Yeah, he definitely should have. And then they threw his shoe off the field. Did you see the video before when they were like hyping him up and like betting? Everyone's like posting it. I'm like, I don't think you should post that. They're like up in the stands with their friends, and he's like, "Oh, I'll give you $1,000 if you run on the field." Ha ha ha.
No way.
Yeah, and like everybody's posting. I'm like, that's not really. Whatever.
He got leveled by Stephon Diggs, and then the security guard. He tried to get back up, and the security guard got him.
Honestly, like if I saw Stephon Diggs just do that, I'd just be sitting there and be like, "What the? Like, did he really just do that?"
I love when players do that, though.
Was going for that football, and he's trying to score a touchdown, and then he really laid him out.
I know, like alcohol and stuff, but like, what would you're banned now? You're banned from going to games again.
Yeah, just not.
Is it worth it?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I saw a video of some guy, like it was at the Big Ben last home game, and he tried to do it, and he jumped onto the field, and as soon as he jumped on, he fell. He couldn't even get up, and they got him right there. It was like, was that worth it? You didn't even make it anywhere.
I don't get it. I'm glad that this one was like actually on TV though, because you know how they usually cut away and show something completely random when there's a fan on the field. I'm glad we actually got to see this one because seeing him get leveled was hysterical in real time. Even better replay because you can see it over and over again and realize how much of a shot he gave him. But
someone asked, when do we do this? It's Tuesdays at 7.
Every Tuesday. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Stop by. Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about. Ain't heard Gab address them brownies yet, buddy.
You missed that. You missed that half already. If you want me to like say some good things about him, don't worry, I'm not going to.
She talked about how Aaron Rodgers should come to the Browns. She talked about how Baker Mayfield's not the thing. Like
we talked about it already. We're saying that they're struggling. We talked about it.
Definitely covered that one.
Yeah, we got that one.
What we can cover, and I saw somebody ask this, is
Champagne Gate.
Champagne Gate.
Oh God.
Brittany fucking Matthews at it again. Do you want to go first on this one? Because I have a lot to say.
I'll go first. So to be honest, I don't really care. I don't really care about it. Are they annoying? Yeah, they're kind of annoying. They do a lot of things. They do a lot of things that they really shouldn't do. But I think that a lot of people are using this as a vessel to add extra hate. Like you can be mad about it. You can do that. But like to threaten this woman with violence, to call out her appearance, to like talk about her like career or everything else, I think you guys shouldn't use that as a way to do that. If you want to be mad about the situation, be mad about the situation. But I think that most people aren't mad about the situation. I think they're mad that it's her doing it, which I've gathered. Should she have done it? Probably fucking not.
Okay.
But I don't like how people are using it to just be assholes. I don't like that.
I get that. I understand. I don't like her, so I feel like that already paints this situation in a bad light in my head. But she and her tweet, whether I believe she put it out last night, but we all saw it today where she says, I wish I could do whatever I want without getting attacked. Like, that's not how the world works. That's not how it works.
We clearly get that because you can say anything and someone's going to say, fucking hate you, you're ugly, die.
That's like, it's not how it works. And if, like, I've done champagne showers before with friends who have wanted it. Like, why would, if she was going to do this, do it in the box with the people that you're with who are just as excited as you are. The people below, I saw something too where it's like some people are like, were like, yeah, like egging her on and whatever. You think every single person that got champagne on them wanted that? You think kids wanted that? You think parents wanted that?
But are you bringing an infant to a football game? You shouldn't bring an infant. No, I'm sorry, but like that's just as bad. If you're bringing a child to a football game, a baby infant that cannot talk, walk, anything, I feel like that's a risk to their health. I feel like that's just as irresponsible.
I'm not necessarily saying like an infant, but like if you're bringing like your 7-year-old kid to a game, like I went to a hockey game once and I got beer dumped on me when I was 8-year-old. Like it sucked. I came home and my parents thought like the mom that I was with was like drunk driving because I reeked of beer. She has such a sense of entitlement for absolutely no reason. And she sees nothing wrong with the things that she does. She plays the victim and like, I don't get it. I don't understand. And everybody defending her, like defending her is just going to give her.
I'm not defending her. To people say I'm defending her, I'm not defending her. I'm just saying that people don't need to say the ridiculous shit that they're saying. I'm sure someone wouldn't like someone to say that you're ugly because you did something that they don't like. I think that's fucked up. And to make like sexual jokes about her too, I think that like is too far.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do that about anybody.
That's too far. I straight up said, if I was in that situation where like I looked up and she was the one that poured champagne on me, I would be livid to the point where I would want to actually fist fight her because I just froze my fucking ass off watching her husband play football. And this is like what I get. And like I said, she sees no problem with it because of that tweet she posted where she says, I don't understand why I can't do anything I want without getting attacked.
Right, that was not too much.
How the world works, especially as somebody of the status that she is and that already has a reputation of being way over the top, way fucking obnoxious. At what point, and I feel like we've said this 10 times already, at what point does Patrick go to her and say, hey, chill the fuck out? Because you're making me look bad because you're my fiance, your wife. I don't even think they've gotten married yet. So that, whatever, that doesn't matter. But like, nobody's going to want to see, and nobody is a broad swipe here, but a lot of people aren't going to want to see Patrick succeed because we got to deal with this shit afterwards. I want the Bengals to win this weekend so she can shut the fuck up and stop doing stuff like this.
I would love for her to shut up, yeah. But again, I think that people are just using it to hate in a different way. Like what you're saying is like, I get it. But I've seen people saying like, you ugly bitch, like literally all these terrible things. I'm like, guys, like maybe just like take a step back and just say the situation is bad.
Yeah, no.
Should Jackson stop? Yeah, Jackson needs to stop.
Both of them need to stop. And I just don't understand how her first instinct wasn't to be like, oh, sorry, like I got carried away, like to everybody who got sprayed, like, I'm sorry, just know it came with, good intentions of celebration and things like that. If she said that,
that'd be cool. But then she just said, we're winners.
I'm all set. But, if she did that,
but like, how do you feel about
took responsibility for it? But like to sit here and play the victim and be like, I don't understand why I can't do whatever I want without getting attacked. No, you freaking idiot. That's not how life works.
What about Chris Jones in the crowd pouring beer into his mouth and everybody around him?
I didn't see that. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, there's photos of him and videos of him in the crowd pouring beer onto everybody, but everyone like retweets it and says it's cool.
My thing with that is the people around him, or the people next to him at least, knew what they were getting. This, like, what is she doing? Why is she doing this?
I don't know. I would like a champagne shower by Corley Teller if the Browns won.
I don't know. I
That's
don't
just
get
me.
it.
Like, if the Browns won, though, I would think that would be kind of sick. But I get why people are mad. But my personal opinion is if someone sprayed me with champagne after the Browns won, I would say thank you. However, they're never going to win, so I don't even have to worry about that one.
My biggest thing is the sense of entitlement and then the victim card. Like, consequences have actions no matter who you are. And she's on more of the spotlight, obviously, than you and I are. No shit. But like, you're going to be under a microscope. Don't do this like out of pocket stuff where you're going to look like an asshole if you don't want people coming at you. Like, have a sense of, I don't know, be like present, be conscious of the stuff that you do. You already know people don't like you and your brother-in-law because you guys are obnoxious as all hell. Stop doing that. And maybe people won't attack you like they do, or won't jump down your throat.
Another question, just to like compare the situations. So when they do like a Super Bowl parade and they start spraying the crowd, people like that one.
I feel like that's different. That's celebrating a Super Bowl, not a division championship.
I would celebrate a division championship at this point.
I don't know. I wouldn't. Act like you've been there and she's been there. Like, if that's,
yeah, but also I hate that saying though, because like it just takes away the fun from everybody when you win something.
You could still have fun.
Like I celebrated the Browns making the playoffs. Like I've never celebrated anything in my life.
If she wanted to do the champagne shower thing, like, do it to the people that you're with in the box.
Yeah, but the people below her were telling her to do it.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think that's enough, because there's people down there that don't want it. There's people down there that have to drive home. And I saw somebody say this where like,
no, that's a Photoshop. Don't even
no,
do that one.
No, not that.
Not the alcohol anonymous?
Yeah, no, not that. But like, if you drive home after this game, you already know cops are going to be out in droves looking to pull drunk people over. You could have not had a drop of alcohol in that game. You get pulled over, you smell like champagne, you're automatically getting a DUI check.
I just don't think that's enough champagne to make you smell like a bottle of champagne. I don't think that much came out of it. Like, she put it down and half the bottle is still in there.
That looks like a lot came out of it.
I really just don't think that's going to cover anybody with that much and like soak your clothes. Like, yeah, it's annoying, but I don't think you're going to be drenched in it.
I don't know. I think she definitely needs a big reality check. She's not as important as she thinks she is, to where she can get away with shit like that and not have people have something to say about it. This comment says she does a lot of good for Kansas City. That's awesome. Good for her. You don't need to act like an asshole at these games. You don't do it. You don't need to make up stories about getting harassed at away stadiums. You don't need to scream like a maniac and bitch about the refs when things don't go your way. And frankly, not know what the hell you're talking about, because she does that all the time.
Well, yeah, the complaining is a lot, but I really do believe that they get harassed at away stadiums. Should that happen to anybody? No, not really, but like.
Yeah, that one specific thing with Gillette, though, like for a fact did not happen. I don't know. That entitlement thing with her, that tweet really made it a lot worse for her too. Like I said, just say that you were doing it in the heat of the moment. You were super excited. The fans were excited too. Like, if you said that and you said if like it hurt anybody or whatever, sorry, this is where I was at the time, my mindset, doing it, whatever. You do that, I'm sure at least half of the flack that she's catching right now disappears. But for her to say,
I don't think it would go away. I really don't think it's going to go away. I don't think any of it goes away.
I think if she was a grown up about it would be a lot easier on her right now than it is.
Right, but like they already started. I don't think they're ever going to stop. Like, they already made their mind up of what they're going to say. So I think that's it.
I don't know. Then that should open her eyes to maybe change the way she acts, because it obviously isn't all cutesy and funny like she thinks it is. It's fucking obnoxious. But
well, it is obnoxious, but I just think people are using it as a vessel to be misogynistic in ways that they think about doing to others, but they can do it here because it's easier and it's more public. And I just really don't like the things that people have said. Just keep it to you didn't like what happened and don't talk about her in a weird way.
Yeah. Well, no,
that's with everybody, to be honest.
That's where I agree with you. Like, there's no reason to like call her ugly or like shame her for the way she looks or anything like that, or like threaten her with violence. When I said I would fight, I meant if I was in the crowd that she sprayed and I got champagne on me, and when I didn't want to and I look up and I saw it was her, knowing the shit that she's done in the past and how she thinks like she's like the funniest thing ever and like the coolest thing ever, like that would set me off to a point where I would actually want to throw hands. But just watching this video, like I don't want to fight her. Like that's not what I meant.
Well, there's other people that said they would literally beat her with a bottle. And I was like, guys, stop it. Like that's not cool to anybody.
Biggest thing is I think her fiance, husband, father of her child needs to check her and his brother. And the longer it goes on,
I think he's way too scared. I think he's a little bitch.
The longer it goes on where he doesn't, I think the worse it's going to start to get for him, because people are going to start to lump him into it when he doesn't deserve to be. And I said this before, he doesn't deserve to be lumped into the stupidity that
no, he doesn't. Like he's just so good in his own, but he just has that he has to deal with.
Like
and at the same time, I just don't think, I don't think it's going to get, I don't think it's going to get any better no matter what ever happens, because it already is bad. And like, you know how it is. Like, you know how people are when you like say anything at all that someone doesn't like. They're just going to keep bringing that up and keep like doing anything, no matter like what you do, even if it's good or bad. It's still going to do it because people are wild.
I just think those two need a major reality check. They're only given the platform that they have because of association and not because of anything they have done. So that's that. Right. That's my take on that.
Just be nice to people. That's all I got. Her included. That's all I got.
Nice is a relative term. But yeah, don't be like
just be nice.
Don't be a psycho to her. You don't need to like.
But like her included, be nice to people.
I saw somebody tweet about how much they hate Mahomes and her and the baby. Like, leave the baby out of it, please.
The baby?
What Jesus. The hell has the baby done?
Right, you don't even see the baby.
It doesn't even know its own name at this point. Leave the baby alone, please.
Yeah, football makes people act insane in every single way possible.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does.
Good, sports bad, really ugly. They really bring out the best in everybody involved.
All right. This recap, I knew that this was going to happen. The recap from this past weekend lasted way longer than it needed to, but there was just
too many things to like say. There was just so many good things.
I knew
someone said, "What did the baby do?" I don't know. It just exists. It just exists.
The baby didn't do anything.
Antonio Brown to the Ravens.
That's going to be the worst thing in the world.
Antonio Brown to the Ravens. I see it could happen.
I think it could happen. But I think it would be such a bad idea for Lamar's development for the team as a whole. Like I said this morning on our call, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if he actually tried to beat up his cousin on the football field at one point.
I don't think he would do that.
He's so off his rocker right now.
No, but I don't think he's gonna fight somebody out there.
Yeah, but it's not just somebody though; it's his little cousin. I think like. He looks at that with more of like, oh, it doesn't matter because he's family, rather than, oh, it doesn't matter because he's just a teammate, you know? I don't think
he would fight him.
I think he's got so many screws loose right now that he's not going to see the issue with that. I think he's going to ruin Lamar's development just because they're more of a run-heavy team right now. Lamar's a better running quarterback than a passing quarterback.
But he needs someone to throw to.
How it is. Yeah.
He does. He needs someone to throw to.
His safety blanket right now is Andrews.
Why not have two? I really could see them doing it. And I could see it working out for just a little bit, maybe even half the season to help him.
If Antonio Brown bitched about not getting enough targets in Tampa Bay, where they're really a pass-heavy offense, he's going to hate his life in Baltimore.
I could see it being like a lesser, like Odell is definitely less of a situation. I could see it more of like a Odell thing being like, I don't like these people here and I don't like what's going on. So maybe go somewhere where I like the people and just do that kind of thing. But I don't know.
I'm
His
also
posts
at
were wild.
the point. I'm at the point too where like if another team gives him a shot, what are you doing? You're just asking for chaos.
Well, I mean, like that's just what it's been all year is chaos. So why not just continue? Give us some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't see it being a good idea anywhere.
I don't think would be the worst thing ever, but I don't. Someone said Antonio Brown to the Cardinals. Oh my God. Here we go. He would have sheesh in Arizona.
He would eat Kyler Murray for breakfast.
He would have a fun time though. He would have so much fun in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's a fun place. I think we had fun when we went.
Oh, we had fun. He would definitely have fun.
I just can't think of a situation out of the 32 teams in the National Football League where it would be a good idea to bring that into your locker room. Talent, right. He's got it all, but
everything else
no. He's not right. It's just not. It's not it anymore.
Which one was your favorite meme of the week? Which one out of all the ones he shared?
I thought it was hysterical that he posted that picture of him and Brady and like wished him luck. And then posted the cheerleader one that says Bucks eliminated. Like, what are you doing?
So you know how I made that video about that?
Yeah.
I said in the video, Antonio Brown tweeted this photo and everyone's like, he didn't do that. He reshared it. I said, guys, he didn't retweet it. He didn't reshare it. He posted that himself. Like, what are you trying to say? And they're like, it's not him endorsing it. Someone tagged him in it. I'm like, guys, he posts that from his account.
He reposted it on Instagram and posted it on Twitter. Is that what happened?
No, he screenshot it and posted on his story on Instagram.
Oh, so then what the hell are these people talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea. But he endorsed the message 100%. And that was crazy.
I don't know. He's somebody who doesn't need to have a phone. If you take away his phone, he might be okay.
We would think, but you don't know what he could do. I don't know what he's gonna do.
You start taking out like
super gremlin
billboard ads or something.
He's a super gremlin. Him and Kanye.
Oh
rappers.
My God. Yeah. What a bunch of that picture of them. First of all, Kanye doesn't look like Kanye. He looks like his wax statue at the freaking museum in New York City. And AB, his crazy eyes are off the charts.
Yeah. It's just another week with Antonio Brown. We need you know how they have like the wives show? Someone says it's a 2-hour show. Sorry guys, we just have so much to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot happening this weekend. We're just going. We're talking.
Here's my pitch for the NFL. Instead of what's it called? What they have? What the fuck is it called? Hard Knocks. Here's my pitch. Instead of having Hard Knocks, we need an NFL reality TV show. Instead of like the wives one, you know, how they have like NBA wives, whatever.
Yeah.
We need one with the players that are most likely to cause drama. Put them in like a little house for a week just to see what happens. Like a football reality show.
Could you imagine Antonio Brown, Terrell Owens, Chad Johnson in a house together?
Put Odell in there. Put some other people in there. Some people that are going to add some fun and some character. Put Cam Newton in there. Put Baker Mayfield in there.
Just for those three receivers, AB, T.O., and Ocho Cinco, put them in a house together, make them live there for 2 weeks. Whoever comes out alive wins like $1 million or something. That would be like Hunger Games level shit right there. With just like the three of them. Like
the challenge, but the like NFL version.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my pitch for NFL. Try that. Roger Goodell, make some more money. Try that one.
Oh, we might be onto something here.
You can even do it by like position groups too. I mean, I don't really want to watch a lineman one, I'm not gonna lie, but like I would like a quarterback one.
The lineman one would just be chill dudes hanging around drinking beer.
Right, they'd be just like grilling hot dogs. Yeah, I was gonna say grilling some damn meats.
Like the receivers one would be all the drama. The quarterback one, I think, would be pretty tame.
But you could mix some quarterback with some receivers plus some defense. I think just like a big one too would be kind of cool. Like I would love to see Baker Mayfield and Odell in the same little environment for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we might be onto something here. We might need to start writing this stuff down and pitching it.
Right, like this is our next project.
Maybe when we're running around LA, we can take that to the powers that be. You know?
Yes. So we'll pitch our idea somewhere and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, not a bad idea. All right.
We'll ask Odell. We'll get back to you guys.
What else? Sean Payton stepping away.
Yep. He was on. He wasn't on. He had a Netflix show and he decided, hey, maybe we need a part 2. So let me try this. Let me dip.
Yeah. The fact that Kevin James plays him.
It's so bad.
It's awful. It's awful. It looks nothing like him. What else? He said he's not going to coach. Like he has no plans on coaching in 2022.
But he's not retired. Well, he's retired, but he's not retiring forever.
He's pulling a Gronk. He's pulling a Gronkowski where he's going to take a year off and then see if there's a favorable situation elsewhere.
Yeah, just a nice little gap year. Travel the world. Come back.
What else? MLB Hall of Fame. This is a really big deal.
Boo, tomato.
David Ortiz being the only player to get inducted. I'm a huge Red Sox fan, even bigger David Ortiz fan, so I think it's awesome that he made it in.
But like shitty for everybody else.
But I have 2 like asterisks with that. Whether you want to admit it or not, he was involved with the juice. Whether you want to say yes, you want to say no, he was. Sorry. Like that's just it. That being said, Barry Bonds deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and that's just a crime. That's a crime to the sport to do that. First off, you have a lockout. You're not even going to play a season maybe this year. Right. And then you're going to do that. And you want people to watch. And you want people to support what you guys are doing. And it's just kind of terrible.
Yeah. So I'll, like I said, I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm incredibly happy that this happened. But if you're going to let one guy in that was involved with the steroids and everything, like maybe you got to let the rest in. You have to. I mean, I hate Alex Rodriguez with a burning passion. Can't stand him. Yes, he was involved with steroids as well. Yes, he also deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Did he sell some signs? Yeah. But put him in there. Put him in.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm thinking on that too. Yeah. I think a lot of people are surprised that he wasn't first ballot though, which I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. David Ortiz though being the only one this cycle is definitely shocking.
Right. Like again, with the gatekeeping in MLB, it just never stops.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about Pete Rose?
I mean, what he did was not great, but you're also talking about a league that still thinks Shoeless Joe Jackson was the worst person in the entire world. And that happened 100 years ago. So it's never going to change until the culture of the sport changes when it comes to who's in charge of voting these things. And
it's just a bunch of old grumpy men.
Exactly. Like this tweet says it all. The all-time hits leader, the all-time home runs leader, and the all-time Cy Young leader aren't in the Hall of Fame. Sure, they all did stuff that you're technically not allowed to do.
But the Astros still have a World Series.
And cheated. Yeah. Tell me how that makes sense.
Right. So it just doesn't. Yep. I don't really get it. I don't really know what they're doing with that one, but it's just, are we surprised? No, because it's just how they operate.
Of course not. It's Major League Baseball, and it's going to ruin itself by appealing to the 50-plus category of people. So, yeah. I mean, why listen to all the people in their 20s and 30s who are trying to make the sport better, because that's not the smart thing to do. I don't know. They're never gonna change, and it's gonna ruin it. It's gonna ruin it all. Oh well. What else? Do you cover everything?
We have to talk about the games.
Oh shit.
Sorry guys. This is our last thing. We promise. There's just a lot to say. Like there's so much going on this week within like 2 days. Woo. Okay, we'll talk about that because that is.
We can do this relatively quickly though.
Yeah. So first up, we'll go first game. Bengals, Chiefs. There's something that I want to happen and there's something that I think is going to happen.
Yeah. I think we're in the same boat with that. Our picks just reflect the opposite.
On what? Yeah. I want the Bengals to win. I want
the Bengals to win, and that's why I'm picking them. I'm not picking based on logic. I'm picking with my heart here.
Which is usually what I do.
Brain says I say F you to my brain. I'm sticking with my heart here. I want the Bengals to advance to the Super Bowl because I want to watch Joe Burrow play football more because I think
Me too, because he's more enjoyable.
Really good. And it would just continue to be a really cool story to see like this underdog team go and just knock everybody off to get there. Like it's
right,
just
a
fun.
Team that was so bad last year to turn it around to do this. That's awesome.
Yeah. But with that being said, I think the Chiefs are going to win. I just don't think
the Chiefs are going to. So I was watching the Titans game, the Titans-Bengals game, and I'm watching this and I'm like, whoever moves on from this game, if they play like that next week, they're going to get murdered out there. They're going to lose by 20. They're going to lose by 20 points probably if they play like that.
I'm also thinking of this like the 2007 Patriots where they beat the brakes off of the Giants the last week of the season. And we all know what happened in that Super Bowl. Like just because you beat a team once already does not mean you can do it again.
Right.
So
and I see all these Bengals fans like sharing the score. They're like, well, it already happened. I'm like, guys, please stop doing this. Please stop doing this to yourself because I don't want you to have to go back on it because I know the Chiefs fans are going to be ruthless to you.
Yeah. Just because you beat a team in the regular season, playoffs are a total different animal.
You're going to Arrowhead. You saw Josh Allen couldn't even get that done. You saw the Bills. They couldn't get it. Well, Josh Allen could, but you know what I mean. The Bills, I don't know. Like this, Frank Clark, Chris Jones, that's going to be, that's not going to feel good. If Chris Jones tackles you, you're not going to feel very good.
If that offensive line couldn't handle the Titans pass rush, good luck. I'm saying a prayer for Joe Burrow's knees because
Bengals, I'm rooting for you. I really am, but I just really don't see it. And I really hope that you prove me wrong. I do.
Yeah. Like I said, I would love it. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to ride with them until I can't anymore. We'll see. I mean, the playoffs so far have already been insane. So who's to say that they can't do it?
Also, I've just like been thinking about this all day. I feel like this is going to happen and it's going to be just so bad for everybody involved. If the, I feel this is like Chiefs fans, I think they will do this. If the Bengals win and all their fans start smoking their cigars around the stadium, I think that they're going to say some mean shit. Mm-hmm. They're going to say some mean shit like what happened and they're going to just try to like flip it around and be like, guys, can you guys both just not just let them enjoy their win? So.
Yeah. I don't know. Fingers crossed, Cincinnati. I'm pulling for you.
This comment too, Joey B fueling the fire at Arrowhead, saying he hasn't heard an NFL stadium as loud as the SEC. But he's also never played there, so.
Yeah. I'll give the Chiefs fans their flowers with this one. That is a really hostile environment. It really is. It's loud as fuck there. It has been for a really long time.
I will say that when I went there, they were very, very, very nice to me. They're very kind.
Yeah.
And they were fun to tailgate with.
I can't say the same for me, just being a fan of who I'm a fan of. I don't necessarily know that they'd be as nice to me as they were to you, but
Right. It goes with what's going on.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. All right, next one. Well.
Okay, 49ers and the Rams. Did you see about the Rams like ticket thing that's happening right now?
Yeah. Oh my God. Be more soft.
Yeah, that's funny. That's so funny and it's so sad. First off, you're shutting out your old fan base. So
that's the most pathetic thing ever, because I can guarantee you there are more 49ers fans in LA County than there are Rams fans. So what the hell does that matter? And also, if you don't think that, you don't think people from San Francisco know people that live in Los Angeles and can't just use their billing address to buy tickets and then Venmo them for that? Like, what? This is the stupidest thing ever. There's a million ways around this. There's the resale market. Like, this is so stupid.
Like, just go on Ticketmaster.
It's so pathetic. Like, tell me you don't have enough fans without telling me you don't have enough fans.
And then the only fans that you ever did have can't get tickets now because, one, you left them, and then their area code is in LA, so now they hate you.
Imagine being a Rams fan in St. Louis right now and trying to buy tickets and you can't because you don't live in Los Angeles County or the greater Los Angeles area. It might even be smaller than the county. Like,
dumb.
This is the stupidest thing
so
ever.
Dumb.
You're so afraid of a stadium takeover by the away team that you're minimizing the market.
You just won in Tampa. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You don't need to do all that extra stuff. Yeah. So also, I really don't want to watch Jimmy G play. I don't want to watch him play. I think he's boring. Did I post a photo of him in a Browns jersey? Yeah, because it's funny.
At this point, I think you just troll your own fan base just because.
Because it's funny? Yeah, because they're going to get mad either way. I'm about to crop Big Ben in a Browns jersey tomorrow and say, hey, should we try this one?
If Jimmy G played as poorly as he did against the Packers, I think Aaron Donald is going to break him in half.
And it's no hate to Jimmy. Like, he's not the worst quarterback. He's just not the best.
The Niners' offensive line is like decent too. Like Trent Williams, I think is really good. I don't think Jimmy is going to play well in this game. I think Jalen Ramsey is going to pick him off at least twice. At least.
Yeah.
I think. At least. Remember that game I predicted where he pooped himself? This feels like one of those games.
He said he's literally going to shit himself on the field, and he
did. This feels like he did.
A shit himself game? This is going to be a Jimmy G shit himself game.
This feels like a Jimmy G poop game. It feels like it to me. I think the moment might be a little too big for him. I think the way he's going, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just rooting for my number one man, Odell Beckham Jr. I need him to win, and I need him to go to the Super Bowl, and then I need him to win a ring so I can have a day. I can have a little – I really want an Odell victory lap. That would be so nice to just start the year off with.
Yeah. This person said same with Stafford. Yeah, Stafford has all the ability in the world to crap his pants when he plays quarterback.
He almost did multiple times.
Yeah. Oh my God. He almost did in the last seconds. It's a good thing he recovered that fumble because that would have been number 5 in a matter of like 10 minutes for the Rams. So no, that's not to say that Stafford isn't capable of being absolute crap. I just think the way Jimmy G is going right now, he hasn't done anything to help his teams. I think the Rams have the better chance. I do.
Who do you guys think are going to win these 2 games? Drop your comments. I need to see what's up. We need to see what's going on.
Yeah, picks, please, everybody.
What I will say though is if the Rams make it to the Super Bowl, it'll be another year of a home field Super Bowl. I mean, is it really their home field? I mean, I guess it is. If we're
technically,
yeah, it is. So if they win, that means the Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl next year. I don't make the rules. It's just what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
Rams, Bengals. I can't pick KC. I just can't. I mean, I don't want to either, but Rams, Chiefs. Yeah, I don't want to either. But it's just how I feel like it's going to happen. And it's very unfortunate because they just are going to keep doing this for so long.
Chiefs, Niners. You think that would be
Niners?
Yeah,
cover,
but I think like
but Rams win.
A rematch of 2 years ago, like that's not exciting to me.
I will say, like when the Cavs and the Warriors went to the finals every year, that was kind of exciting. But it was also my team, so I just can't.
But those were two really good teams going against each other for the 3 years in a row that it happened.
Yeah,
like the 49ers aren't really good. Like if
the 49ers had Matt Stafford, if they swapped quarterbacks, the 49ers would win. I think.
I don't think the Niners are good. I think they're
if you give them a decent quarterback besides Jimmy G, I think that they're going to be really good.
Yeah, but
Cavs were a mediocre team. Oh, please stop that.
No, they were not.
You know, you can say anything you want to me, but that's where I draw the line. You can say anything you want, but saying the Cavs were a mediocre team, too far. You're done.
I take Bucks Chiefs Super Bowl 3 years in a row. Yeah, absolutely. Like that to me.
I wouldn't do that one, but that's because Tom Brady. I get it. I wouldn't like that. But
like you, that to me, it's not even like the Brady aspect of it. Like taking like my Brady fandom aside, that's just two really good teams. Like that's exciting to me. The only reason why that Super Bowl last year wasn't as exciting as it should have been was because the Chiefs' offensive line was banged up beyond belief. If they had their full offensive line, that game could have been one of the best Super Bowls ever, I think, because both teams were really, really good. Yeah, and having Tom Brady in another Super Bowl would be fun for me personally, but
okay, what does this guy mean when he says if you saw Jason Tatum 2 years later, you were done? Define that. I need to let's break that down.
Are you talking about the year where they literally the Celtics lost Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cavaliers? Is that what this person is talking about?
I really do. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. All I know is that you crossed the line too far when you said the Cavs weren't good.
Y'all remember the Monday night game between the Rams and the Chiefs? Final score. Yeah, but that Rams team was so different. Not having Robert Woods right now makes a big difference. I know Odell kind of takes the place of that, but like, I don't know. It's very different. Jason Tatum playing as he is now beats the Cavs. Cannot believe LeBron almost loses to. Okay, Jason Tatum can't make a 3-point shot to save his life right now. So that's.
You can say that about a lot of teams, You can say that about a lot of teams.
Like, I'm a Celtics fan. The Celtics suck right now. They can't figure their shit out. I don't think this team right now would beat that Cavs team. Not a shot.
You could say that's like saying Josh Allen 2 years ago.
He dropped 51 points the other night. Okay, and?
Oh, here we go. I like Jason Tatum. I really do. I do. I really like Jason Tatum. I
love him. I'm a Celtics fan. What does the fact that he dropped 51 points the other night have to do with anything? The Celtics are not a good team right now. They can't win consistently. They drop games where they shouldn't. Yes, thank you. The Celtics in 2018 was 5 times the team they have now. 1,000% correct. And that's even without Kyrie Irving in that playoffs. I can't. I'm gonna get started on Kyrie Irving and this whole James Harden thing.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about Kyrie Irving. We gotta go because that's a whole other topic.
I can't. I'll freak out. I can't do the Kyrie Irving talk right now. I'm too overwhelmed. I can't.
Okay, guys. Good luck. We have 2 really great games. I hope you guys win a lot of money. You do really well this weekend. You have a great time. You drink beer with your friends and eat buffalo chicken dip and have a blast. And that's all I got. Go Cavs.
We gotta go. Bye, everybody. Have a good week.
Go Cavs.
See ya.